I'm a happy boy. Oh, hot! During the last half-decade, Jess and I have lived in China, Korea and Japan. We've studied their histories, languages and books until we were fit to burst. But we never made time to visit Taiwan. Now that we have, we've fallen deeply in love with everything that makes this country wonderful. Escaping the grasp of Mao Zedong has left Taiwan's traditional Chinese roots alive and gloriously celebrated. Its people are kind and enthusiastic, its food is the best we've ever eaten. And they invented bubble tea. For a handful of days, we left the capital of Taipei and ventured over to the second city of Taichung. Met with terrible weather at the nation's most prestigious natural landmark, and learn more than a little about the fascinating religion of Chinese Taoism. A few years ago, a secluded old man woke up one day and decided to paint his village. There are two stories. One is that he was bored, and the other is that he thought that it was ugly, and he wanted to spruce it up. The old man still lives here, and he's the only resident. The village is tiny, and it's in the western suburbs of Taichung. It's beautiful. And everything from the walls, to the hanging lanterns, to the floor, is painted. So we came to Sun Moon Lake. It was supposed to be beautiful. We were going to show you all the glorious natural beauty of the area surrounding Taichung. However, it's raining, it's misty, it's foggy, and you could argue that that creates a sense of charm. You could say that this is a real mystical quality. And actually for us it kind of is, but for you, it's very much not. So we're going to enjoy this. We're going to enjoy the smell of the trees as the water, whatever it is they do. And you can just watch us and imagine that. For some reason, in this small corner of Taiwan, capitalism is king, far more than in any other part of the country. And so as we got off the bus, a salesman ran up to us offering us bicycle tours. We did plan on riding around the lake. We planned on getting off the bus, shopping around, finding a nice place that has some good bicycles, getting on them and riding around. But when salesmen run up to you and force the thing that you wanted in your face, you don't want it anymore. And that's what happened to us. So a man came up to us and he said, "Here, bicycle, 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 tour, 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 ride, ride, ride," holding a leaflet. You have to imagine the leaflet, I'll Photoshop it in, I won't. We then said, "No, actually, we're just gonna walk. We'll just have a wander around the lake, thank you very much." And with a beautiful moment of comedy, he looked at us very seriously and said, "You're gonna walk 35 kilometers. We went, yeah, well now we are. How many kilometers?
0.2.
Enjoying Sun Moon Lake, guys? Enjoying the natural beauty? So many YouTubers make travel look so romantic. Make people who are stuck in their offices really jealous of their glorious Mediterranean, subtropical or Southeast Asian lifestyles. But in fact, it's a lot of plans gone awry. It's a lot of this. I think this is just going to be a bloopers video. I'm going to ask you a favor. Through the magic of imagination, I want you to pretend that this little sign behind me and the view behind me are one and the same. That way, this video isn't a waste. And that way, we can all experience the natural beauty of Sun Moon Lake together. Now my Chinese is, let's politely call it a work in progress. As far as I know, this sign behind me says wisdom below heaven. It's nice, isn't it? Taoism is a spiritual belief that comes from mainland China, and in Taiwan it is very, very popular. A lot of the temples here that you see are Taoist. Approximately 50 years ago, during Mao's cultural revolution in mainland China, all religions, all beliefs, all ways of life were forbidden, including Taoism. But in Taiwan, they never had to suffer that, and so Taoism is very prominent here, and it is an absolutely fascinating way of life. Now, similarly to Shintoism in Japan, and even the stories of Greek and Roman mythology, Taoism has more than 100 gods, and most temples house a particular god, and so depending on what you are praying for, what you are hoping for, what you want out of life, you come to a specific temple to make your wish and to pray for the help of the gods. Now these carved crescent moons are used during prayer to make your wish. They're shaped like yin and yang, good and bad, balance between all things. You drop them down onto the ground and you hope that one will land yin and one will land yang, and the gods look favorably upon you. So if you're a cool person, a hipster dude, someone under the age of 30, you've probably heard of bubble tea, especially places like Japan and the US. In our hometown of Bristol, UK, you can find them in that place with the big crates by the water. You know the bit. So we've come to Chun Shui Tan, which is the original shop where bubble tea was invented in Taichung, Taiwan. I don't love the regular, so I got myself, in the words of Coraline, I got myself a mango milkshake, but it's still bubble tea. Somehow. Jess opted to get herself a medium. Crazy girl that she is. And this is the medium. It's like Das Boot, the boot beer from that other film, Beer Fest, by Broken Lizard. You know the one. So if you come to Taichung, this is where bubble tea started. There are a few different branches now, and they also do some traditional foods. It's really good. They even have my favorite food in the whole world, Japanese chicken karaage. I'm a happy boy. Oh, hot! Thank you for watching this brief venture into the world of Taiwan beyond Taipei. Not everything went according to plan, but c'est la vie. Taiwan is a treasure trove of beauty and wonder that we haven't begun to dive into. We'll be back here very soon, and we hope that you will too. It's nice, isn't it?